What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Tayo Trades breakdown. Today I'm going to be going through my 100k FTMO challenge. We are currently up 6%. So as you saw previously guys, we were up around 3%. So we've doubled that now. Again, we have a bit more clearer metrics. We did take some losses, however, everything is looking healthy. We have more wins than losses. Profit factor is good. Again, these are some of the losing trades we had. However, if we look week by week, we are slowly grinding away. Let's dive straight into the analysis and all the trades I took last week. All right, guys, so first things first, as we started the week, we had a strong little win. So again, these were the trades. You can see them. So it was a win on gold, and then I also took some small losses on NAS. So again, that was on the Monday. On Tuesday, wasn't a great day. We took some back-to-back losses. Kind of overtraded as well. The market was very, very choppy. These were my trades. The biggest noticeable kind of L's were US 30, okay? So again, I tried to trade the stocks. I tried to short them, I think, but it was just very much consolidating, or I tried to long it. And yeah, I was getting chopped all over the place. Even on Wednesday, guys, you can kind of see this was a really bad day. I mean, it was not a good day to trade. Price was in around a 4-hourly, daily order block. If you saw the candles, the hourly candles were very, very small. So again, just took a lot of L's, okay? So again, this was not ideal. I lost 1.4% that day, so quite a huge chunk. It was against kind of my plan. Usually I like set my limit to around 1% loss per day. However, emotions got involved. It is what it is. I'm not perfect, okay? However, guys, the best thing as a trader, you need to adapt, okay? So I'm trading the New York session. I noticed these New York sessions, again, price was too much volatility. We're consolidating, especially on the US 30. I moved over to gold then on Thursday, and I've been back testing a bit on gold, and obviously it's just pumping, okay? Asia session as well, clean trades. For my setup personally, it's been working beautifully. So we'll go into the trades now. Again, this was a 4K day, really good day. I traded the Asia session and the London session on this specific day, okay? And that's where I made my 4K. So again, that made me profitable for the week. Let's dive into the details of the trade. So again, let's look at the first one. So as you can see here, this was the Asia session trade. So again, market open come Thursday. Again, we had this break in our favor. Break in favor here. This created an order block. Again, from here, price broke that kind of order block. However, it grabbed liquidity here. Once price breaks structure, there's always liquidity resting below the order block, okay? As I saw this, it kind of perked my interest. We had a break in our favor, had a little pullback. We're creating that higher low here. So obviously, once I saw price kind of candle close above this level, I entered here. I was in a little bit of a drawdown as we had that little pullback, but then again, as you can see, the bullish momentum took over, smashed my TP. This was a good 1 to 2 trade. Again, this was the Asia session trade, so I'm very happy with this one. Very much to strategy. You can see price is really, really bullish. If we go to the hourly and 4-hourly, you can see gold was on a tear, okay? It was literally pumping, okay? I've lost it now, okay? But you know what I mean, all right? Let's move on now. So again, this was the second trade. So this was on the London session. It's the same day on Thursday. As you can see here, price is approaching this hourly or 4-hourly order block. Again, serious POI. We're already getting a little reaction from this area. However, what I was concerned was a proper great breaker structure. This was my actual initial kind of properly breaker structure here. As you can see here, price is creating those kind of lower highs, still failing to kind of like break structure here. The good thing here, it didn't candle close below this level. So this perked my interest. We almost kind of created that kind of higher low situation. And then we had finally our break of structure, okay? Or change of character. From this breaker structure, again, liquidity is resting below at this bottom of the order block. I like to wait for liquidity to really sweep below. Ideally, I wanted to sweep and tap into this order block. However, usually the bullish momentum, when it does take over, it might not even give you that opportunity for it to touch this kind of a higher time frame order block. So you really have to adapt, react to what price is doing in the moment. As you can see, we grab liquidity here, tapping into this 5-minute order block. We're respecting it. We broke to the upside. I patiently waited for the pullback, and then again I entered once I had that candle close confirmation, or as price was breaking up, again creating those higher lows. For me, I was confident in taking this setup. This was to my strategy, and yeah, this was literally the fastest TP2 I've ever had in my life. I literally entered here, and look at this massive wick. Literally within seconds, I hit TP. This was the fastest trade. I entered, and then within a minute, literally smashed my TP. So great volume. I don't know what happened here. It wasn't even a news event. But yeah, really, really good trade and sticking to my strategy. So again, guys, that was the kind of trade breakdown. Again, you can see them here in my trade Zeller. So I'm not lying, and this was the Asia session trade, again, from here to here. And this was the London session here today on Thursday, okay? So that really took my account back up after these two heavy losses. I think I was still up around 2K from this time period here. However, this one got me to around the 6K mark and finished my week off strong, okay? So it's really important, guys, you always adapt to the market. Don't get frustrated. You're gonna have losing days. It is what it is. I had a really strong start to this challenge. I knew losses were part of the game, okay? I really wanted to limit my losses to at least 1K per day, so I'm really annoyed about this day. I did let a little bit of my emotions take over. However, we center, we realized it's part of the game. We came back strong on Thursday. We adapted to the conditions, understood that, okay, maybe not trading the stocks right now, US 30 and NAS, because it's in a range where it's consolidating. Let's look at gold, okay? Gold was looking good as well, especially on the Asia sessions from back testing. So I was like, you know what? I trust my strategy. I trust my edge. If I see a setup in Asia, I'm going to take it. And lo and behold, it played out. Same with the London session. Usually I don't trade London session as well. However, I did see my setup form and it made sense to enter, you know, I felt confident in it. And gold as well, like I said, the 4 hourly and 1 hourly are bullish as hell. We're really pumping. So I'm making most of these opportunities in the markets now. With this kind of volatility and obviously Trump in power, I mean, there's going to be tons and tons of trading opportunities, guys. You just have to be patient, wait for your setup, and yeah, and execute and try not to trade with any kind of emotion. But very happy with this challenge so far. Currently, again, consistent profits, so really grinding away 2% each week, more or less. This is kind of what I'm aiming for. So hopefully passing it either by this or next week. I'm not trying to rush it. I'm not trying to force it. Today is Monday as I'm recording it on a bank holiday. I'm going to see if I can trade a New York session. But after I wrap up this video, I'm going to see if I can trade that. But yeah, if not, we wait till Tuesday. Nothing really to, you know, stress about. If there's a setup, we take it. If not, it is what it is. The one thing I'm a bit annoyed as well about is my trade win percentage. I do tend to kind of like sometimes enter positions and then maybe hit a break even, or because of spread, it kind of like, you know, eats away at like my profit a little bit. So that's kind of like not as accurate. I think that is a bit higher, around 50%-ish. However, it is what it is. The main thing I'm concerned about is obviously my profit factor and again, my daily win rate. That is the kind of key, the daily win rate. Like I really want to have more wins than losses just for my psychology and just make sure that my trading is consistent really. So all in all, very happy. Again, we did take that dip. It's fine. We notice it. We accept it. It's part of the game. However, we came back stronger, trusted our edge, and yeah, everything is looking healthy, guys. So that's the current update for the 100k FTMO challenge. Yeah, let's just see if we can continue on this trajectory of passing it within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I will keep you updated, guys. Yeah, got phase 1 to pass, so I need 10%, and then obviously after that 5%. So trying to risk around 0.5 to 1% per trade. I'm looking more towards the 1% mark now. Psychology wise, I always love it when my account is in profit. I feel like I can breathe. I have a bit more of a breathing room and I'm a bit more relaxed. However, you never know. I might incur a few losses. So it's part of the game. Just trust the edge, trust the strategy. And yeah, let's hopefully pass this ASAP. But yeah, that was the trade breakdown, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it and you took something away from this. Again, if I was to show you the losses, guys, I think it's really important for you to see losses as well. This is the kind of day that was traded on US 30. It was just not good. I was entering just really stupidly. Let's see where we entered. Oh, is it not going to show? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so very much you can see price is very much like just choppy consolidating. I tried to long from this position here. It did not work out. So yeah, it is what it is. We move. Just got to learn from it and keep it moving. But overall, very happy. Like I said, comment below what else you want to see from the trade breakdowns. I hope you gain some insight from this. A lot of you probably know kind of my strategy now. All it is really is trading with the trend, ideally, waiting for a higher time frame POI. Once we get that, then we need that kind of break in our favor. Once we have that break in favor, we're looking for a liquidity grab. Once liquidity is grabbed, we again have another break, wait for the pullback and enter either as price is breaking again this level, and making sure stop loss makes sense, okay? Because of these massive candles, there's lots of volatility in the market. I might have to reduce my lot size and extend my stop loss, and I have no problem with that. It just needs to make sense, okay? So adapt to the conditions, guys. Make sure that the stop losses they make sense. Don't have a really tight stop loss, especially with this volatility. You're just gonna get stopped out. Don't be greedy. Take what you can get and just grind and chip away, man. Because honestly, these small wins will stack up. If you look at it from like a, monthly perspective, these wins, or weekly perspective, look, all the small wins, they start to rack up, okay? So be patient. Let me know as well if you want any other updates on certain challenges and trades. But as soon as I pass this one and get a payout, I'm looking to buy many, many more challenges and just pass them quite aggressively. So risking a lot more and just trying to get this funding up. The goal is 1 million in funding. So yeah, let's do this, guys. All right. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all in the next one. For now, that's a wrap. Take care. Peace.